Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be exceedingly glad. I just wanted to jump on here this morning and encourage someone today to move in faith. We ask God for things. We go to God in prayer, and then sometimes we don't do what we should do to let God know we believe whatever He said. I encourage you this morning, whatever God has said to you, take Him at His word. Whatever you asked Him for, believe and move in faith. The word of God says over and over, be it unto you as you believe. How do you walk in faith? You take the necessary steps towards what it is that you asking God for. I'm just thinking of, if you want a job, you can't just sit home and twiddle your thumbs. You got to do a resume. You got to network with people. You got to fill out applications. You have to let people know, hey, I'm looking for a job. You have to move towards that which you ask God for. I'm just reminded of or what God said to you. I'm reminded of Noah, how God told Noah to build an ark, to build a boat in the desert. Not just any boat, but the biggest boat that would ever be built. God told Noah to do it, and Noah got to it. I'm reminded of Abraham, when God told him to go, leave everything, his family, his gods, his idols, everything that was familiar to him. What if God told you to leave everything that was familiar to you and just go? You don't even know where you're going. He just told them to go. But Abraham trusted God and he moved in faith. What is God telling you to do? What has He told you to do? What have you asked Him for? Have you taken the appropriate, suitable, and corresponding action to what you are believing God for in His word? How many years have you been sitting and waiting? When God told me to prepare to move, I got up and I packed up some things and put them in storage. I went to the store and I bought some measuring cups that were not to be used until I got into my new home. Then I put them in my top drawer. You know, the drawer that you use the most, usually our top dresser drawer is the drawer that we use every day. And I put it in that drawer so I could see it. Then I called um, someone to help me. It was a nonprofit organization to help guide me through the mortgage process. And that phone call, I actually got the supervisor on the phone who used to be a mortgage broker, and she told me everything because I moved in faith, because I took suitable, appropriate, and corresponding action to what I was believing God for. She took me through everything and she did it over the phone. I didn't even have to go in the office. And what she said was, you better not tell anybody about office. I did this. But she walked me through everything. And within less than 6 months from the time God told me to prepare to move, I had the keys to my new home. So I just want to encourage you today, move in faith. What are you asking God for? What are you waiting on God for? Sometimes our waiting is in vain because we're not moving, doing what we are supposed to do. God only moves when we exhaust everything that we can do. God only moves when all our natural possibilities have been exhausted. And I just want to tell you, the night before I closed on my home. My mortgage, the guy who was processing my mortgage called me and asked me to pray for him. I never told him I was a Christian, but I did tell him that I didn't live in the economy. He tried to tell me that it wasn't going to happen. I told him I was closing in 30 days, and he said, it's COVID. That's not happening. He said it'll be 45, 60 days, but you won't close in 30. On day 29, he called and asked me to pray for him. He said, I don't know what you have going on for you, but I have not seen this in all the years of me processing mortgages. You have some kind of favor, and I need you to pray for me. And I sat right there on that phone and prayed with him and picked up my keys the very next day, which he told me it was impossible and it wasn't going to happen. What faith action steps are you taking towards what you are asking God for, to what you are expecting from God? I encourage you today to move in faith. Well, this has been a brief moment, blessed brief moment with Sheila Horn. And I hope you have been blessed. And if you have been blessed, or you think someone else can be, I ask that you comment, love, and share. And as always, have a phenomenally blessed day on purpose in Jesus.